All right. Well, this video is to just quickly kind of give you an overview of a new, basically survey that we're going to be sending out to all the gang regionals. And so this survey is super, super important. I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. So you should have received a link, and or not just a link, an attachment of this document here, which you can open through several different pieces of software, but Excel, you can definitely open it through Excel. So it looks something similar to this. And so I'm just going to give you a quick overview of how to fill this out thoroughly, and kind of show you the big picture purpose of why we're doing this, so you can kind of see the benefit to make sure you're filling it out completely, thoroughly, accurately. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to put in your region name. So I'm going to go ahead and just type in a sample region here. Cool. And then next you're going to put your regional, gang regional's name here. So, Ray Cool Man. Okay, whatever. Phone number. Put a sample phone number there just for example. Okay, and then of course email right there. Okay, and same thing with your new gen tier leader is going to go here. Okay, so you're going to put their name here, their phone number here, their email here. This individual is a person that is the candidate to become or to be the tier leader in your region. This person will be responsible for establishing New Gen Ministries, working with the New Gen Ministries in your region. And so he basically serves as a mini regional uh, in relation to New Gen. This person doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that's known for New Gen or super active in New Gen. This person just has to have leadership qualities that's able to help establish New Gen tier regionally, and as well as serve as mobilization, communication, trainings for New Gen International. And so that person's name would go here, right? Phone, you guys know the drill, and then email as well would go there. Okay. Next section over here would go very simply, same concept as your new gen cheerleader is going to be your HSI cheerleader. So this person is going to be in direct communication with the HSI team, international team. And so you want to definitely put a good contact here. Again, they don't have to be known for HSI, or let that be their 100% of their their lives there. But it just needs to be a person that the regional can empower, can challenge to establish HSI in each of the churches in your particular region. So this is very important here. Same thing, phone number, email, and then here, lastly, in this top section is going to be your regional admin. So this is the person that's going to be taking care of, working together with Julie as well as any other admins that are serving internationally, to take on tasks, to communicate, to get things done administratively on the back end, whether it be through communication, registration, VOIs, back end portal stuff or whatnot. So you want to put an admin here that's going to represent your region. If you don't have one, put somebody that's going to be able to take care of administrative tasks working with VOI. So that's very, very critical as well. Okay, and this person is also going to be responsible for touching on this blue information over here. So we'll touch on that in a second. So those are the top contacts surrounded in black up top, which is column 1 and 2. So you want to go ahead and make sure you fill those in. Next, what you're going to be doing is filling in all these sections here. So you have 1 all the way up to 15. So it's 15 possible slots of churches in your region. So if this was the SGV East region, I would put Chino, right? That's my first church. And the answer here, so do we have gang weekly services? The answer is yes. Then I would put in the gang leader, as well as their phone number, their email, and how many leaders and how many total gang that gang ministry has. Okay, so this is super important to be accurate. We don't want. We're not here to try to impress. don't try to impress the international team, the core team, whatever it is. We want real numbers of where we're really at, so we can make very important decisions, set forecasts for the future, allocate resources, training, and focus on particular ministries based upon this information that's provided. So it's not a time to inflate numbers. It's put how many leaders you actually have, put how many young people you actually have that are actively involved. This doesn't mean just anybody that's ever came in your gang sanctuary, but how much of that group is a regular attender, a member of the gang ministry. I want that number there. And then basically that's it for as far as gang side. Then for New Gen, do you have New Gen weekly services? Who's your New Gen leader? What's their phone number, email? How many leaders in New Gen do you have? And how many New Gen do you have? Now let me just stop and say this real quick. This number of New Gen can be included in this number. So if there was 40 New Gen and 150 or 200 in the gang, 40 of, in theory, 40 of that 150 are New Gen. So you don't have to minus the New Gen out because the New Gen is being counted here. This is total gang, and this is just New Gen. Okay, we want that separated, but the gang should be inclusive of everybody. Okay. Same thing with HSI, exact same concept. That's in the purple here. It's going to be, do you have weekly high school services? Yes or no, Y or N, right? Who's your HSI leader? Their phone number, their email, how many leaders, and how many HSI. Okay. Admin is basically this section here. Do you have an admin? Yes or no. So this is per local church here. So we're not talking an admin for the region. Now we're talking, do you have an admin for this local church? Okay, and you just indicate a yes or no, and then the answer to these questions here would typically be gathered by the admin. This information, I am okay with it taking a little bit of time or having to kind of double back and gather this information. What we want immediately are these three columns, which is the three tiers, or basically the overall gang, and then the New Gen and the HSI tier. Okay. And so, but these questions are also important, but they just may not be able to be instantly accessed, so we can get these surveys all back quickly. Number of Rise Up Academy students. So if you have a certain amount of students enrolled, we want to put just that number there, just a digit number. A number of United We Can members, right? This could easily be done in one meeting or something like that. A text that goes out, number of VETI students / alumni, number of gang life groups, number of gang homes, number of UTC alumni, and a number of MTC students or alumni. So that's all we want per local church, and basically just filling out one row per local church in your region. So you'd fill it up all the way up. There's 15 slots. I don't believe there's any region that has more than 15 churches in the region, so should be plenty of room to fill out. And the reason why you're doing this is right here, because eventually, once it all gets completed, we would then be able to paste in all the regions' information, and eventually we'd be able to get a nice, beautiful dashboard right here that's going to tell us some very, very heavy information. How many total gang ministries do we have? How many total gang all over the world, worldwide, do we have? What percentage of gang ministries are established versus not established gang ministries? The average size of our gang ministries? How many total New Gen ministries, and so on? How many total HSI ministries? How many total HSI leaders worldwide? How many United We Can members do we have internationally? That, of course, would be able to be pulled a little bit easier from corporate, and so on. So how many gang homes? All this information is going to be able to be pulled when we go through and just complete our region's information. So your role is super important, and all you got to do is build your portion of the wall. Just fill out your document that was emailed to you, fill it out thoroughly, correctly, quickly, and send it right back to us. And then we're going to be able to have a super amazing view a snapshot of Gang International to know where we're at, to monitor our growth, to monitor how much work we have to do to continue to build. And so you're a big part of that. Thank you. Help us make it successful. Amen. God bless you guys. If you need help, you can email me, call me, Raymond Barella at iCloud.com. It's RaymonDBarela at iCloud.com, or just Ray Barella on Instagram or Facebook. So I want to help however I can help, and as well as any of my team to help make this successful and quick and easy.